My grandmother's wedding dress is one of the most elaborate garments I've ever seen. The long flowing train with the off-the-shoulder style. It always reminded me of old Hollywood glamour, and as a child I wanted to be able to see the wedding dress and feel the material. However, the wedding dress was not well preserved, and therefore it was used to create other garments such as my mother's wedding dress, and not kept in one piece. My baptismal dress is a part of my family's history. Every one of my mother's 5 brothers and her wore the gown, along with their children, and all their children are expected to have their children wear it also. The dress represents 3 generations of Leahys being baptized in the gown. One of my favorite memories as a child was the day I was a flower girl for my aunt and uncle's wedding. My mother had taken me months before the wedding to the bridal store to try on dresses. It was hard to get me to try on all the options, however we both agreed on the dress with the rosebud pattern and lace collar. I loved how the dress would swish back and forth when I turned. The day of the wedding, I didn't want to take the dress off. I felt like a little princess, and I loved that feeling. For my 7th birthday, my grandmother gave me a large wrapped gift to open. I unwrapped it to a white box, and when I opened that, the pink tissue paper, I came upon a pink chiffon and taffeta gown with small rosebuds on the top. It was the fanciest gown I'd owned up until then. I wore it for the family portrait that year, my birthday party, and any chance I was given to wear it. It made me feel special, and it made me feel like I was a big girl. In 2nd grade, I made my first communion, which is a big event in the Catholic Church. It is marked for girls with an all-white dress and tiara with a small veil. I got mine from Talbot's and was so proud when no one else had my dress. I still have my dress and tiara in my closet, and I love to pull it out and look at it every once in a while. My cousin Mari was someone I always looked up to. When she asked me to be her bridesmaid, it was a huge honor for me. I had always thought being someone's bridesmaid would be an amazing experience, and it definitely was. From dress fittings to showers to the big day, we were pampered head to toe. And on the day of the wedding, our hair and makeup was all done professionally. The dress made me feel so grown up, especially since I was the only bridesmaid under the age of 20. Picking out my prom dress was something I always dreamed about. Even in middle school, my friends and I would read the 17 prom edition and dream about what our dresses would be. When it finally came time to shop for the dress, what I thought I always wanted and what I now wanted were completely different. The dress I now dreamed of was a classic dress that I could look back on in 10 years and still love as much as the day when I found it. I found that very dress while shopping at Ralph Lauren, when I wasn't even expecting to find my prom dress. It was an all-purple wisteria chiffon dress lined with satin on the inside. It was ruched and off the shoulder with skinny straps holding it up. It was everything I could have wanted in my prom dress. Graduating from high school lived up to every stereotype from the movies, right down to the itchy polyester cap and gown. Wearing it in 85-degree weather for an hour and a half ceremony was completely uncomfortable. However, it was the tradition of cap and gown which made graduating so real, from receiving my diploma to the speech by the valedictorian and finally turning the tassel. It was an amazing experience, and it was definitely the cap and gown that made it real. Being a part of a sorority was something I always wanted to do. Growing up with only 2 brothers, I never had sisters. When I joined my chapter, I was so blessed having 200 girls who I could call my sisters. I've made some of my best friends in my chapter, and it was hard to believe on bid day this year that it was only 1 year ago I became a part of my chapter. However, this year, when I put on my bid day shirt, It was different. I wasn't just surrounded by my sisters, but my best friends. And hopefully girls I one day have as my bridesmaids, and they are also the girls I can tell anything to. This shirt represented a year of my journey through college, and the promise of 3 more amazing years at Mizzou. When I chose to attend Mizzou, I did so knowing almost no one else would be attending from my high school. All I knew was that I wanted to major in textile and apparel management, and Mizzou's program was stellar for that. However, I quickly fell in love with my school. From getting this first SEC t-shirt and wearing it to the first SEC football game, to cheering on the Tigers with my friends who I had only known for a short while. This simple t-shirt marked the beginning of the next 4 years of college and the next chapter of my life.